So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not going to call them. All this, mom, dad, I'm looking you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down. But I'm not going to take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
PD. It was productive. It was exciting. But we'll never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with another powerful podcast. This morning, I'm going to talk about how to provide targeted feedback to your teachers as a principal. As a principal, how to provide targeted feedback to your teachers. So come on in, hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Give me about 2 minutes as I get all my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter people in. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Super Saturday, myself at 10, Create and Educate at 10:30. 11 o'clock, we have Principal Kafele, and on Sunday, we have Josh Tarver. And I am excited regarding this. I just got to get all my folks in, and we're going to have a wonderful day, And then as you come in, just let me know where you're coming from, and let me know how the weather is. I'm in Michigan. We closed school. We closed school a couple of days this week due to snow and the temperature and things of that nature. I'm thinking they said it might hit hard on tomorrow. So listen, stay warm, stay inside. Make sure you bundle up if you have to go outside. But the weather in Michigan is is at the next level. They say the next level. The weather in Michigan is at the next level. So I'm excited regarding this topic. I'm excited about what's going on in education, just period. I have just so much information to share. I want to make sure we get this information out to educators. It's the middle of the year. And we have to really start to move forward. We have all of these things taking place. We got state testing coming up. We got mid-year data assessments, mid-year evaluations. Also, I know this is a time where a lot of positions are being opened within your district. You got some principal positions, assistant principal positions, coaching positions, teacher positions they always got those openings. So I want to make sure that you are prepared for all of these things that's going to be taking place in your life, because you never know when they will call you and say, hey, I want you to interview for this position. So you cannot go to the interview trying to be prepared. It's time for you to be prepared now. And that's how I was. How did I get my assistant principal position? Hey, I was preparing for that thing for like 2 or 3 years prior. I got a phone call. Do you want to interview for assistant principal position at a high school? I'm sorry, in Inkster, Michigan. It was called Cherry Hill School of Performing Arts. I interviewed. They like me for whatever reason. I don't know why. maybe I was the only one to take the position. I have no idea. But I interview good, and the rest is history. So I say all that to say, hey, you never know when that call is coming. That's why it's important for you to look at these podcasts, and not to look at it, just look at it, but to take notes, to get all the information that you need to get, because you never know what's going to take place. Give me another 30 more seconds, because like I said, we have other folks that's trying to come in. I want to make sure I get everybody in, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So give me about 30 more seconds, and we should be good to go. We should be really good to go. Yep. Let me just see how all we got, and we should be good to go. All right. I think I'm good. All right. So let me do the let me check in. Let me check in and see who's with me on this morning. Let me check in. I love this check in to see who's with me on this morning. So I want to say good morning to Brother David Bell from Benton Harbor. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I got my good friend Dr. Jeter. I know you're probably getting some of that weather. You right down the street in Illinois, so I know that weather, and I know it's off the lake too. Woo! So good morning to you. Stay warm, Dr. Jeter. Stay warm. I have Melissa Jones Chuno in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's always a pleasure. I have Annette McMahon in the house. Snow's coming now too. Yes, it is freezing. She's from Illinois as well. Ooh, let's stay warm. I have Edwin Garcia in the house from Jersey. Good morning to you. I got Canel Sessions in the house. Oh, it's cold in OKC too. Whoa, wow. And I got Rilla Hicks. She said we are anticipating ice here in Georgia. Woo. Wow. I got September Vance Daniels in Orange, New Jersey. Good morning to you. Come on in. Savant Gates in the house. Come out swinging, my boy, Mr. Troy Gates. I'm coming out swinging. You know I am. I got my mentor, my boy, Principal Kafele. You'll probably somewhere where it's warm, Principal Kafele. You probably somewhere where it's warm. I was thinking about you the other day, Principal Kafele. The Lakers played the Clippers. I was like, is he at that game? Is he at the game looking at Kawhi Leonard and LeBron and Luka? Is he at that game? Good morning to my good friend, Principal Kafele. I got Dr. Adams in the house from Longview, Texas. Good morning to you. I got Lakina Rowland from Jersey. Good morning to you. And then we'll start with, I got Marquita Laker from Boston. Good morning to you. Once again, my name is Sean Hurt, and I am excited regarding my podcast on this morning. I need everyone to get their pencil and paper out. Principal Kafele say he's in Jersey prepping for the storm. Hey, Principal Kafele, I went out yesterday, got all of the food, everything I need, because they said that we will be in Michigan for the next 3 or 4 days. So there you go. Yep. So let's everybody stay warm, stay safe. If you have to drive, please be safe. Please put that cell phone down. Watch the roads because it's snowy and it's ice. And also watch everybody near you. Please do that. Please. Everybody on here is like family to me. I love you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you, okay? So the title of my lesson is How to Provide Targeted Feedback as a Principal to Your Teachers. Not feedback, but it's targeted feedback. So we're going to watch a few videos on today. I got my notes. It's going to be excellent. I'm just excited regarding this. So I always ask this question. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? So we're going to put it in the chat. We're talking today. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? For me, I'm going to start it off. Are you addressing all of the areas for your state assessment in a few more months? Are you addressing all of the areas for your state assessment in a few more months? You saying, Hurt, yeah, we got our tier 1, tier 2 ready to go, and we have an after-school program with the kids, and we did this, we did that. That is fine. But also, there's other things that you need to address for your state test. Is your schedule ready? Are you having a parent meeting before the state test? It could be virtual, face-to-face. Do you have your incentive and rewards ready to go? Do you have that assembly 3 weeks before the state test to get everybody rocking and rolling in your school? What about your technology? You have 600 kids taking the state test in the middle school. Is your technology ready? Is your tech person ready? Do you have your teachers prepped? Does your teachers know what day they're going to be taking the state test? Not only the teachers, but the parapros and the support staff, where they're going to be working at and how they're going to be supporting each other. Also, are you doing a mock assessment before the state test? These are the six rocks, the six pillars that you need to have in place as of today to get ready for April and May. Well, heard it's January the 24th. I need you to have all of that stuff ready as of today to get ready for April and May. We don't wait to April, May to get this together. You get ready, you have those things ready now. So that's what's keeping me up at night as an educator. So put in the chat, what is keeping you up at night as an educator? That's me right there. Yeah, that is me right there. That is me. That's keeping me up at night as an educator. Anybody else? Come on, let's share, let's share, let's share. What's keeping you up at night as an educator? Next thing is that what is going on in education in my life? What's going on in education in my life? This week, I had an excellent virtual session with the principal with a school in Alaska. And then also what they did was that they invited like 5 other principals from around that area. So it was Sunday evening, and I had a good time. They enjoyed themselves. Shout out to Brother Simeon for bringing me in. He said, this is what he said, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, after your session, Mr. Hurt, on Saturday, we stayed an hour after your session to discuss all of the things that was discussed during the PD for 2 hours, the virtual. We stayed out. He said, we've never stayed afterwards after professional development. After the professional development is over with, they get up and leave. He said, we actually stayed and started to talk about things that we can do to implement to move the academic needle, to have better classroom management, to provide better instruction with the students. So hats off to the Alaska people. Hats off to the work that they're doing. I was just blessed to be able to do that. So thank you very much. Also, this week, I had a one-on-one with Principal McDonald from Palmetto Middle School in South Carolina. And how I thought about like addressing the state assessment, because we talked and he said, Hurt, I'm ready. I got all of my stuff ready to go. We looked at his data. He said, I am ready for May. That's when they take their state assessments in May. He said, I am ready. He said, if we took it today, we would be prepared. And I said, man, that's a powerful statement. So that's what's keeping me up, because I thought about, like, what about all of my other schools? What about all of the people that's on my podcast? Are they getting prepared? The state assessment is the Super Bowl. I'm going to say this again, put it in the chat. The state assessment is the Super Bowl. I don't care if you like it or don't like it or whatever it may be, but this is the Super Bowl for all of the schools. Either you're going to win the game or you're not. Okay? So make sure you get ready for the Super Bowl. All right. What else we have? That's about it. Oh, Canal Sessions says, a prayer meeting before state assessment. I love that. Definitely want to make that happen. So this is what I'm going to do, Principal Sessions, and I'm going to send it out to you. All of the schools that I've worked with this year and last year, I'm going to go ahead and give you a template of the 6 rocks that I talked about, but I'm going to put it in a PDF form, and I will email it to everybody probably by Monday afternoon. I'm working on that, so you'll know the 6 rocks that you need to have in place for the state assessment. In addition to your instruction, these other 6 things that I did, this is what I did in order to prepare, and those 6 rocks will give you a bump, an extra 5 or 6 point bump in reading, math, ELA, social studies, or whatever it may be. So that's what we're doing. All right. So let's go ahead. Give me about 10 more seconds, and I want everybody to share this out wherever you're at. We're talking about how to provide targeted feedback as a principal to your teachers. It's one thing to give feedback to your teachers, but it has to be targeted. How do I know? Because a lot of times when I'm working with principals, they're going into the classrooms and they're giving feedback, but they're not getting the results that they're looking for after the feedback. So I'm going to talk about how to give targeted feedback so we can give the results that we're looking for. Well, what are the results that we're looking for? We want our teachers, our staff to get better in delivering the instruction in the classroom. We want our teachers and staff to become better in delivering the instruction in the classroom. Doesn't make a difference if you've taught for one day, 15 years, or 20 years. We all have to get better with that classroom instruction. And also, it could be other areas. It could be engagement, it could be classroom management, it can be your pacing, whatever it may be. But you have to get better. So, I'm going to walk us through what that looks like. All right, we're all good. This is good, Dr. Houston. Thank you, Dr. Houston and Dr. Tammy Taylor. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. So, what I'm going to do is this. We're going to watch a video, a real quick video for about 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute video. And then I'm going to give the 4 or 5 things that I feel that's going to help with the target instruction. So let's watch this video first. Okay. Yep. Make sure this is big enough. All right. We're going to watch this video. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Let me make sure this is loud. All right. We're good. All right. Cool.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Early College is a 6th through 12th grade school. And right now we have 1,280 students. 7 years ago, we had 1,041 students. So I attribute our increased student population to strong teachers, systems, and structure, and that we're providing our teachers the tools that they need to ensure that our students are successful. One thing that I find unique about Denver Public Schools is the investment in growing teachers into leaders. As a principal in Wichita, Kansas, we didn't have a system for observations. And I can recall going into a teacher's classroom and sitting and taking copious notes on everything that I saw. And then I would meet with the teacher and go over all of those notes. And what was I getting better? Nothing. Right? Because a teacher can improve 1,000 things at one time. We're here at MLK, we have a system for that. And we make sure that we give the teacher the highest leverage action step, one at a time, every week. So in essence, we're getting them better faster.
The goal of the weekly observations is to best help teachers move kids. So it's more than just let's make sure that your classroom is in order and like managed well, but we want to make sure that we're choosing action steps that are going to make a lesson go from good to great, or take a lesson that wasn't great and then help a teacher script a lesson that is.
That's going to be part of your action step today.
Our feedback conversations last anywhere between 35 minutes and 45 minutes. They start with just providing that praise to the teacher. Then we go directly into what we want the teacher to identify as their gap that was happening in the classroom. We provide the teacher with an exemplar model, whether that is the administrator.
All right, let me jump back in. Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. And I just wanted to show that video. It's a 2-minute video. It's a 4-minute video, but I just want to show 2 minutes of it so we can kind of prepare our minds about how important it is for the principal or any coach, if you're over somebody, to give targeted feedback to your staff. Okay, so you ask the question. All right. What the principals can target feedback by using it as what? What do we use this target feedback as what? The first thing is that it has to be actionable. Instead of suggesting or offer one or two, instead of suggesting a whole bunch of different things to do in the classroom, if I'm gonna give feedback, I'm gonna give feedback to the teacher focusing on 1 or 2 specific things that they can implement now. I'm gonna focus on 1 or 2 things that they can implement now. What does that look like? So for example, if I'm going into the classroom, I'm going to that middle school classroom. Listen, follow me very closely. I'm going to that middle school classroom, I'm going to first look at one or two things that we can implement now. So I'm coming there and I might say, I'm looking for checking for understanding. So then what I'm going to do is that today I'm going to look for how the students can demonstrate their understanding during independent work. As I'm going into the classroom, I'm the principal. I'm not looking for 8 or 9 different things. I'm looking for 1 or 2 things that I can give feedback to the teachers for. So if I'm a principal, I might say, listen, Hurt, I just go in there looking for 8 or 9 things. We need to scale that down and say you're looking for one thing. So on Monday, if you have school on Monday, go into the classrooms and you're going to look for check for understanding. What does that look like, Mr. Hurt? So when you go into the classrooms, follow me very closely, you're going to look for kids doing independent work. Do they know what they're doing during independent work? So I will go up to Raheem and say, Raheem, could you explain to me what you're doing? So I might go to 6 or 7 people and do that. And then when I give feedback to the teachers, I can say, I went to 7 students during a 5-minute period of time, and 5 out of the 7 students were able to explain to me what they were doing in the classroom. Instead of doing 8 or 9 things, scale that thing to one thing. So let's look at check for understanding. So everybody on Monday, all my principals, all my coaches on Monday, could you do me a favor? When you go into the classrooms, let's say, hey, I'm gonna go in there checking for understanding during the independent work that the kids are doing. Write it down. Write it down. So that's small wins first. That's what we're gonna do. Everybody, that's even me, because I'm gonna be going into a couple of schools this week. I'm gonna check for understanding during independent work. So I got about 45 people on my podcast as we speak. Let's everybody, because I'm gonna ask the question next week. How did that look? So the first thing is that we're going to have 1 or 2 specific feedbacks for teachers. Let's use one of them. Check for understanding. How does that sound? Give me some feedback. Go ahead and put some comments. Heard, I'm going to do that next week. I'm going to do that next week. Once again, why is that important? Because if our teachers get better, our students will learn and we can win the Super Bowl. A lot of times we just go in there and we just do whatever. I'm saying you want to give targeted feedback. All right, teachers, I'm going to check for understanding and I'm going to walk around and I'm going to ask kids, do they know what they're doing? Does that make sense? I got Principal Law saying you're talking good, Sean Hurt. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next one, number 2, evidence-based. Follow me very closely. This is important. This is what I did for 5 years and it was terrible. And I'm going to read the definition. Evidence-based. Instead of general statements like good job, provide specific observations based on what the teacher is saying and doing and what the students is saying and doing. Evidence-based, instead of general statements like, oh, you did a good job, the class was excellent. Those are general statements. I want you to provide descriptive feedback on what you saw that the students and the teachers was doing. For example, let me give you an example. I was in your class for 12 minutes, Miss Smith, and I noticed that 4 out of 22 students was engaged in the lesson and the rest of the students were off task. I'm gonna say that again. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Plant, I was in your classroom for 12 minutes. I noticed, this is what you noticed. It's not general feedback that you get that you did a good job. I noticed from 12 o'clock to 12:15, 4 out of 22 students were engaged. The rest of the students during that 12-minute time was off task. That is evidence-based feedback. Evidence-based feedback. We're not going to generalize and say you did a good job or a bad job or it was in the middle. What you're doing is that you are writing down what the teacher is saying and doing and what the students are saying and doing. Teacher, I noticed that during the 12 minutes I was in your classroom, you asked these 3 questions. You did question 1, question 2, question 3. That is specific feedback. Hurt. The title of your lesson is How to Provide Targeted Feedback. I'm giving you examples. This is targeted feedback that we must give to the teachers. Quit generalizing. Oh, it was a good thing. I love how you walked around and blah, blah, blah. No. When I started to give targeted feedback, 10 out of the 15 kids was engaged. You asked these 3 questions. I wrote it down. What type of depth of knowledge were those questions? Oh, I heard they were, so we can look at it. Oh, they were at a DOK 1 or DOK 2. Okay. Miss Smith, talk to me about this. We have our state assessment coming up in April. 85% of the 8th grade ELA questions is at a depth of knowledge 3 or 4. How are we going to get the kids prepared when we're asking questions at a depth of knowledge 1 or 2? Oh, Mr. Hurt, I didn't know that. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do, now I'm talking good now, what we're going to do is that you're going to prepare your questions ahead of time. So now as you're delivering that instruction, you had the questions right there. So now you're asking questions at a DOK 3 or 4. How does that sound? Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me, y'all. We're providing targeted feedback. The reason why scores are not moving is because we're giving feedback. Yeah, I heard I did all my feedbacks last week, but was it targeted? Answer that question in the chat. Was the feedback targeted? Oh man, that's some good stuff. Hey, Ms. Jones, how are you doing? It's good seeing you. She put those fire emojis up. That's what we got to do. We have to have targeted feedback. Next, number 3. Y'all gonna love this. This is my bread and butter. This is my bread and butter. Watch game film together. Watch game film together. I love sports. I have a lot of people on here that love sports. If you're ever trying to get better as a team, as an individual, after every game, you watch the film that say, hey, this is what I did right. This is what I did wrong, X, Y, and Z. I want you to tape a 5 to 8 minute lesson of the teacher teaching, tape it, and then you're going to watch the lesson together at the end of the day or the next day. If you don't have time, send him or her the lesson and have them give you feedback on the lesson. A lot of times we'll go into a classroom at 9 o'clock and then we'll sit with the teacher after school or the next day, and they forgot what took place. But if or you might have your notes, but it's not as good as I can watch it and I can see what I'm doing. And then what you're going to do is called noticings and wonderings. Have the teacher watch the lesson. You don't say a word. We're going to watch the lesson together. And then I want you to go ahead and give yourself feedback on the lesson. You can't lie to yourself. We have the tape right there. So then the teacher can say, oh my God, Mr. Hurt, I did not know that at 10:15, only 4 kids out of 22 kids were engaged. Yes, I'm going to verbally say that, but for you to see it, it's a different aspect. Watch game film together. If you don't do nothing else, watch game film together. Otis Kitchen, my good friend, he's a former athlete. He knows that when he was in college, they watched game film. He's a principal now, so he gets it. Some of my former athletes, they get it. They understand it. That game film is so important. You say, Hurt, I was talking to a teacher. I said, you have a lot of teachers that are not certified, long-term subs, you name it. He asked the question, how do I move 15 teachers at once to become better when there's only one of me. I said, if you take the lessons of the teachers and you watch game film with them, they will get so much better so quick. That is better than you giving them your observation notes. It's better than you doing instructional rounds with 25 people coming to your classroom. It's better than the district coming up in there and looking at the teacher. It's better than sending them to whatever PD that they got on classroom management. You want to really move your teacher. You want to really do that. Tape game film and watch it with them, and then you can use the rubric checking for understanding. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Stay with me. I got 2 more minutes. Hit those emojis. Tell me, how does that sound? How does that sound? Last thing. Woo, I need more time. I wish I had more time, but we're good. Last things is identifying high leverage areas. Choose one thing that will make a difference in the classroom. So I'm gonna give you 3 questions. What changes will most improve student learning? What changes teacher in this classroom will the word is most, improve student learning? What is doable within 1 or 2 weeks? What is doable within 1 or 2 weeks? Because you can say, hey, I want to do this, but you're not going to be able to get that done in 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to take you 5 months. We don't have 5 months. We got to make this change in 1 or 2 weeks. What is doable within 1 or 2 weeks? And the last thing is that what aligns with school-wide goals? What aligns with school-wide goals? What changes would most improve student learning? What is doable within 1 or 2 weeks? And what aligns with school-wide goals? So I'm going to stop right there. It is 10:30. So thank you very much for joining my podcast. I appreciate you. If you would like for me to come out and support your school, please let me know. Inbox me. We can make it work. So let's have a blessed week this week. Let's stay on fire. Let's do what we got to do. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you. And let's everybody tune in to Create and Educate. They're on now. Thank you. May God bless you.